Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about starting artwork and just jumping right in and how much frustration and disappointment it can cause. Recently I started a 4 foot by 2 foot painting, and I had a great idea. I wanted it to be like Marie Antoinette, and she was like holding a cupcake, and I really like loved the idea. I started out with the face and the hair, and the initial like body pose, and I was really happy with it. And then I started looking at it and thinking that I wanted to do a little more with her face as far as um, just making it, like giving it more depth. Okay, so I thought the only way that this was possible was to maybe do her in acrylic, which the board was um, it's a wood panel, so I was kind of just doing her face in like watercolor and kind of refining it with colored pencil, which was working out fine. And in hindsight, I could have just taken it a little bit further with what I was doing and not ruin the painting overall. So I have a really hard time like mixing skin colors with acrylics, and I don't know, I find that when I'm mixing them and trying to put them together, like everything dries out really fast. And I've tried different mediums, and I've come to the realization that I just need to practice more, and the way to do that is not to jump into a giant painting. like I want to work on my like acrylic painting skills, and I have to slow myself down and just tell myself like I need to like I need to get the fundamentals down instead of thinking I can just jump into this, freaking giant painting. So after I messed with it with acrylics, like basically I ruined it and sanded the face off. I was gonna try to work on it again, and then I just totally like lost heart for the whole project. So I was feeling really disappointed. Like in my mind, I was like, ugh, like I just thought like I was totally inept. Like so it was a like sad moment for me. Like I didn't want to do any art for like a couple days, so it sucked. Um, Also with doing that, like I waste a ton of supplies, and I do it all the time. Like I don't um like plan out anything. Like I'll just grab like, a birch panel, which they're not cheap, and I'll just start sketching on it like with no real idea. Like I don't try to figure out what I'm gonna do first. I'm just like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, and I don't like most of the time it doesn't work out. And I've shared those videos before where I'm trying to work on something and it just isn't working because I didn't take the time that I needed to try to build up, um, like my sketch and what kind of colors I'm going to use, stuff like that. So what I've been seeing, and I know this is not new practice, it will definitely be new for me. Um, like some of my favorite artists do like little thumbnails of what they're thinking about. I don't think I'm going to go as far as like just doing a bunch of tiny thumbnails. I think what I'm going to stick with is like what I did in this painting, where I just have, you know, an idea of what I'm going to do. It's only a 5x7, and it's not like I'm wasting a ton of supplies or time. I really do like enjoy working on this size, and I don't mind doing the watercolors. It's not real messy. You don't, I mean, there's not much that gets like wasted. So I think in the future I'm going to just stick with these little 5x7s, and then if I like what it looks like, then I can try to figure out how I would do it in a bigger painting, along with practicing with acrylics and trying to figure out like why I'm having such a hard time as far as skin tones, because I know I can paint with acrylics. I just have a super hard time with skin tones. I can't blend them. I don't know. It's terrible. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Let's see, other goals that I am going to be working towards are, I want to get really good at drawing faces. I cut out a lot of this video in the beginning because I was sketching out her face for, I don't know, it seemed like forever, and I had to erase a million times, and I'm sure nobody really wanted to watch that. So I think I'm just gonna, I need to slow down. Like, I've really only been doing this for like 2 years, and I think I'm impatient and I want to just jump in and do things, but I haven't really taken the time to really like, I mean, I practice every day, but I think I'm lacking in, like, I guess I don't really want to say like if you go to art school, because I don't know that you really need that, especially with YouTube and Skillshare and everything. But I definitely need to like I've learned the basics like by watching. I just need to put them in practice. Like, I know what to do. I guess I don't want to say I'm lazy, but it's not as fun to practice like the fundamentals as it is to go in and just make something that you really want to make. So I'm going to just start sketching faces a lot more and getting good at like placement, you know, so I'm not erasing a million times and, you know, stuff like that. So I think that's really it. The only other thing about, I guess, this painting in particular that, I don't know, it seemed to be a little bit controversial. People are kind of weirded out by the fact that she doesn't have any type of like boobs, and I don't know, I guess because I figure she's a deer, like she doesn't really need boobs, but I mean it's making some people like very uncomfortable. So I don't know, I'm fine with it. Like, I can definitely see where it's a little strange, but I mean, I've even had people suggest that like I add something, and I don't know. I really don't think that I'm going to. I kind of like it the way that it is. So it's definitely weird to look at, but I don't know. It's cool. So I guess that's really it. And thanks for taking the time to watch and listen to me ramble, and feel free to like and subscribe and leave comments if you are having your own like arty struggles, whatever. It's good to talk about, good to hear what other people are thinking. Alright, well, I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.